Alright, time to play some Russian Front. We've got all kinds of actions and stuff going on here now. I want to fill you guys all on in. Make sure I got my pointer. We've gone through all this. Soviet phases from turn to turn. It is now January of 1942. Went ahead and did the weather determination step, and it was snow in the north, central, and south zone. The partisan activity step, he had one partisan available. You see, he used that up, but he had a good roll, and resulted in my rail reduction being down to 3. So I got virtually nobody I could move in rail. You can see how the snow is here. You see, after that, there was a move of reserve and refit units. I had 2 units that were being refit. The unit he didn't attack, and this one appears, so they both gained 1 factor. And then we came down here to the out of supply marking step, and that's when we had some action here. Now that unit there is out of supply, and I tried resupplying him with my air unit. You can see where he's at. So he had 2 hits on him. Any roll besides a 1, 2, or 3 would have got me out of it, but I think I was able to 3, and it was a 1 hit on each. So destroyed my air unit. And, sent his back to his base, mission accomplished with a hit, but he will not be air supplied, which is going to determine that I'm going to have a rescue mission on this turn. Not really many combat, just got to get him. Don't want to lose that unit. He's a big old, I think he might be an 8 factor Panzer. Oh, he's a 7, but still, he's got a couple hits on him. Ain't bad, but I got a rescue plan planned here, so let's go on. We'll get to that. So my air supply failed. He tried converting his oil field that he captured over here, and that's another thing. In my replacements, the other allies had 3 factors, and luckily I rebuilt this unit here. And what I wanted to do was make sure that I had a unit with I had 3 factors, which is you need to build the factors up for the attack. So I had 3 factors of accumulated replacements remaining. I used them to build that unit up, but the key thing of it is that second number there, that 3-3. A lot of these units here, Romanians that I could have rebuilt, had that 2 as a defense factor. You wanted that 3, so I got my mountain unit back, and so that'll definitely hold off on me losing Romania. That came in very handy. I kind of got by with one on that one. Now again, let's see what's else. My replacements. Now during my replacement phase, I was pretty much able to clear all the hits off of my armor. So all my Panzers are almost ready to go. I think there might be one here with another with some hits on it, but that was it. These units here still got hits all on them. So my front line here is kind of weak, kind of brittle. What else is going on? I think that's about it. I was able to replace a factor or 2 on that Finnish unit going against the Russians. But let's get down to it here now. After that, it was ground movement steps coming up. He tried to convert his oil field that he captured, but unfortunately he did not roll a 1 and will not get that oil field for his replacement factor. I was not able to use any rail movement, so now I gotta figure out a rescue plan. Here it is. He's gonna make a beeline 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to this hex. This hex here is going to be key. I got rail built up to here. He's got 6 factors. 2 factors to move in the snow, 1 to convert a rail unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can get rail moved up to here. I got to eliminate this guy. All combat's going for him. I got to occupy this hex. So somewhere I got to blow it through. I can get my rail supply line to here, and get this guy back in supply. So I will have some other attacks. Orders are going out to capture this city, and this city. So what I'm going to do is solidify my lines here. I don't like these guys still being out here. These panzers are going to go over. I think these two should be able to suffice. We might need some air. That's just it. Another thing, the air unit that I had to withdraw was already eliminated, so I had to withdraw another air unit of equal value. So it hits me doubly. Get double. I'm running out of air units. I think I only got about one in here, maybe two. We'll have to see. But air support in the winter. Then I have to take negative modifiers for my attack in the winter too. So that is about it. I will let you back in on it after the German Axis movement and combat. But it's about the rescuing of the behind the line panzers. See if my plan works. Be back. Oh, by the way, why did he move his unit out of there? He might have been out of supply if he stayed there. Maybe that was it. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I was wondering. I looked at the board earlier. I had to go through and watch the video, and yeah, this unit was moved. So we'll see how it is. Yeah, if he moved him out in one of these wood spots, that would have held me up. So we'll see. These guys are now in supply. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's my supply line right there. So we'll be back. Some more Russian front action. All right, we're back, and I wanted to make a couple notes. I'm looking here at the board. I'm still going to try to pull these armor units on down and occupy these cities with some lighter strength infantry units. I'm going to try to go after those cities with my armor, but armor don't do well in cities. Infantry does better in cities, and if you really need some air support if you're going to use armor. So I don't know how successful that'll be, but I still generally want to get everybody pretty well consolidated for spring. Like I said earlier, last month in December was my first time using those negative modifiers for German combat, and it definitely hurts during the winter to have any offensive actions. So plan is to try. I want to get these cities. I don't like these guys being that far back, and that really knocks out their ability to place their reinforcements. He's got more reinforcements coming. I don't have reinforcements coming until May, so it just might be a long holding action. We'll see. But strategies are flying, and we'll see what happens with this rescue mission. It's getting late here now, and I'm not really thinking that clearly. I'm getting tired. My eyes are shutting, so I'm going to call it a night and do some more thinking in the morning. We'll be back. All right, everybody, we're back with some quick Russian front updates. Right now, it is the combat phase for the Axis player. It is January of 1942. I do believe. Yeah, 42. Let's see what's going on here. These are updated movements. Units that are turned sideways are moved. You can see I'm bringing some units down from the capital of Hungary, or I don't know if it's a capital, it's a major city over there. Kind of pulling back. I don't see any threat really from the cavalry. And coming down here to try to hold on to Bucharest, I guess in Romania. If I can get to that. He did not convert his oil field, so he won't get a oops, let me get over here. Won't get a replacement factor for that, so you got to roll. I think you got to roll a 1 or something. But what else we got going on? As a matter of fact, I forgot to turn him around, so let's turn him back the right way. I think I moved everything already. You can see what's going on here. If there were no combats, it's mostly just a holding action. Well, maybe I do have units moved. These are all the units that are moved before combat, and then I had my combat phase. We're not the results of combat. I haven't had it yet, but you can see what I was doing here. Moved out away from my rail lines. That way we can do some response movement if anybody tries moving around to me. As they'll initiate a response movement. Pulled him on out. Also, as a matter of fact, he might be out of supply, so I think we got him cut off. We'll come on down here. You can see I held with my armor, moved him out a little bit, and I, little cut off action. But he still got all of his units. It was the, like I said, German movement phase, so these are all positions of this Russian player. It's okay. I think this is probably his air unit, his air unit that was used in a combat or something. But he can't. He's no more use. Okay, here's the key though. Right here is these battles, and what I've thrown into it. Now, what happened here? To get units to certain spots, I've had to take extra hits. So all these units on these some of these battles are starting off with one hit. We're using the option in this game that you can move an extra movement factor, but you have to take a hit for each movement factor you use. So that's what's going on there. The key thing is he's out of supply. Unless I can occupy these hexes or get him a supply line going on here. So that is that. You can see I move my armor down. Let me see if I can zoom out a little bit. And armor units are coming on down. Now I'm holding off here. I wanted to make some attacks on these cities, but boy, I don't know if I got the forces. You can see I went ahead and reinforced some of those cities with infantry. More infantry on the way. Couldn't get up there this turn. I'll have to use rail movement, but you can only use rail movement up to the rail lines you've converted. So yeah, you got my armor units coming on down. Garrison that city, and that's what the battlefield looks like. Like I said, I only got 3 battles. Here they are. I think I got air units assigned. It's been a while. It's been a few days since I've done this, so this is kind of updating myself too from what I remember. But there are the battles, and they are mostly just key battles to keep this guy out of being eliminated for supplies. So there's my little rescue mission. Let me see up north here. I did move a unit. Looks like this guy's moving someplace. I don't know where I'm moving him to. I guess up here to block any movement from this unit here. Get too far down in my supply. And that's about it. Retreated back there and got me a replacement factor. Wasn't able to rebuild the air unit up there though. So that is it. I'll make this an upload, and or maybe I'll wait and resolve the combats when it happens. But that is the deal. Trying to rescue the old Armor Corps, Army, Panzer Group. We'll be back. All right, hello everybody. Beautiful day in the neighborhood, and we are still exchanging vlogs on the Russian front. Luckily, my opponent also plays fantasy football, so we get to exchange a lot with each other. But let me just show you what's going on here. You can see when it comes his turn, this is now January of 42. He's got those shock troops coming on up. You can see my little attacks there trying to rescue my Panzer unit. We'll be proceeding with that here shortly. But I just want to give you an update. He gets some reinforcements, looks like mountain troops, but that's it. Now, where will they be coming in at? Any. So he'll be getting them no matter what. But he also has some troops that were delayed because I own Moscow. And they had to make their way to other demarcation points. And that's troops that they'll be getting. Now, he don't really have any big strength units. Those 6 attack factors are about it. Instead of his shock troops, the shock troops still haven't come into play yet. But it is the Axis player's turn, and we'll be making some combats. We'll be back with the results. All right, well, here's a conundrum. Over here, battle number 1. Sorry about that. But that unit there's got 3 hits on him. That unit there's got 2 hits. With all the modifiers, it's an even attack because this unit here is in the number 1 in the wintertime snow. He's got an advantage, but he's also in the woods and with the river. and armor don't do well there. So instead of it being a +4 attack, it's only an even attack. And my die rolls aren't so good. I just rolled a 2. So here's the results. Here's what's going on here. It's an even attack. I need at least a 4, 5, or 6 not to get destroyed. Well, let me see, a 3 wouldn't be bad. I'd take 1 hit. I can need anything but a 1 or a 2. And what I really do need to get him out of there is a 5 and a 6. So I don't want to destroy my unit. I don't want to destroy my armor. So what to do, we'll be back. Alright, so here's what we got going on here. This whole rescue mission could be over before it even starts. I mean, my worst case scenario is I'd roll a 1 or a 2, lose that armor unit. He still stays there. Lose this armor unit also, because if I can occupy this and this hex, 1, he's got a zone of control there, he's got a zone of control there, that no way I can get supply. Unless nope, he's out of supply now, so afraid the attack's over. He's gone. We'll go on with these 2 attacks here just to see how they go, but I'm pulling back out of 1. Rather you lose 1 armor core army than lose 2. Ain't looking good. Bad die rolls. Be back. So there you have it. I have retreated. We're on to battle number 2. And now these guys are going to be out of supply. Wasn't good. But what do I say? Best of plans. So there is the combatants. Let's look at the terrain. Battle number 2. It's out in the open. So this should be a gimme. We'll be back. Alright, well, let me see, get everything straightened up north and south here. Nothing like armor out in the open. Gotta love it. Plus a good fat 6 was a good die roll, so I could have used that on my other battle. Now I have to find out what's up. This unit here is going to be eliminated. I'm going to lose my armor, but this one here is another fight chance. He won't be out of it yet, but he is out of supply. I can always air supply him. On to battle number 3, whatever good that's going to do. And here are my combatants. Unfortunately, my air power is going down, so I didn't have enough air power to support everybody. So other historical effects coming into play. But there's the attack. I'll have to see what the terrain is on him. Oh, it ain't looking good either. Here we go. Let's check it. He's got a river and woods. Armor don't do. Oh, it's not armor though. Ooh. Luckily, I signed infantry, so that'll negate some of the negative modifiers. But here's the situation. As it turns out, we're back. Okay then, I got a good die roll. I'm looking at a +3 attack. I got a really good die roll. He suffered 2 hits, I believe. Let me make sure. Yeah, 2 hits. But we're on to round 2. He's not pulling back, taking advantage of those numbers. Although those are mountain troops, so we'll see what's up. We're back. All right then. He stuck around, but not for long. As a matter of fact, he probably should have, because my next die roll was a 1. And that inflicted some good casualties on me, but I'm still there. Now he's lost his unit. He has lost 58th. Let me zoom on in there. 56th Mountain Army Group. So my units are taking casualties. I got casualties all over. Fighting's heavy. This unit here, I believe, has 1 hit. Yeah, he's got 1 hit on him by the river. But all my units here, my air unit has 1 hit. Oh, a little stack problem here. See if I can get it fixed live. All right. My next army has 2 hits. And the one below that has 2 hits also, so I've hung on, but didn't accomplish my mission and took a lot of casualties. Look, let me get this all fixed up here. But here's what we look like in the local area. Here's units going to be eliminated. I'll have to go ahead and look at all these zones of controls and everything, but I'm pretty sure he's gone when it comes time to eliminate out of supply units. We shall see. But that will be the result of the combat. I think we'll be moving on here to post-combat step. Ground combat segment. So just return and transfer, just a bunch of procedures. But there's one right there, remove out of supply. Let me do some cleaning up here and check out my vlogs. This all takes a little while. But we got all day today, so I think everybody's around for the weekend because he is responding, so we'll be back.